Welcome back. Let's see if I can get some games played in this SuperNova tournament. So here's one player who's already registered in the event. Um, I've got like 35 games to get played, so let's see if we can get one game done today. If not, maybe we could pick a different opponent. We'll see. But yeah, there are a lot of players that have not reached the level of 1 Dan yet. Um, and so we're going to play them all uh, and see how we do. Unfortunately, because this is a rated game, we are not going to be allowed to chat during the game. But we can chat later. So I am going to play Old Faithful here. The same damn thing I play every time. And we're going to see if I can manage to build my castle and deal with whatever surprises arrive along the way. So this center square is a slight weakness here. Um, we're going to try something slightly unorthodox and have our silver aim for this pawn over here. And see if my opponent reacts by like bringing a general forward, or if they're going to actually bring out their knight. Or they could just push this pawn. Yeah, I should not engage in anything too crazy just yet. Well, I need to complete my castle. And I think this almost completes it. This alignment of generals is strange. This really limits their possibilities. So they're intending to play third file rook, I think. Okay, I'm going to learn something today. Let's learn, is this playable? My previous game suggests that this is. We'll see if previous experience holds in this position. This might also mean that my rook shifts to the third file. Well, I don't know. That seems unlikely. Alright, they have stopped my bishop drop. The last game I played to tremendously good effect. However, none of their pawns are defended. So this is going to be target practice, maybe? If I exchange bishops and then put my bishop on my king's diagonal, they put the bishop on the same diagonal. Actually, wait, no, this forces them to make a decision. And that decision is which general is going to try to defend these pawns. If they push the silver to defend these pawns, then this silver either later in the game is going to have some more interesting decisions to make. Um, if they push the gold, then this opens space for a bishop drop. Um, don't know if the bishop drop's ever going to be successful, but like this is how positions slowly become unraveled. So I expect bishop 5-5. I'm not sure when, but all right, we have an open file for the rook. And it would be nice if I could promote on this 6-1 square. That'd be so nice. But yeah, I think they're going to move either general to this square, and things are going to be awkward for them once they've done that. That's the plan. Now, possibly after moving a general here, they're going to put a pawn in the way of my rook. I might find somewhere. Oh, I'm sorry, they have this too. Wait, but then I just take either of these two pawns. This does not work. This looks extremely dangerous on their part. Okay. Well, I smell a king over that direction. I would like a king. Plus this forks two pawns that are both undefended, so let's celebrate this. The other thing is I can consider bishop drop to hit this gold. The gold moves, my bishop's trapped, but then my rook comes over here to try to rescue it. It seems too risky. Wait, why don't I just put my bishop to attack this rook? I already control most of the squares on this diagonal. Or how about bishop 5-5? Like, striking in both directions. I don't know, man. Yeah, again, this is a tournament game and a rated game. Um, so I'll have to figure this out on my own. But certainly smells like there should be something here. My rook's on a fun square. I just need my pawns to move up so I can start attacking stuff. So I'm thinking pushing this third file, seventh file pawn thing and seeing if, well, I don't know. Like, they're eventually going to play a knight here. Actually, maybe I wait until they play knight there, and then we try to break that open. There's definitely some tricks going on here. Well, I don't have the clearest cut attack in this position. Um, this is actually far more awkward than I thought it would be. Perhaps I try an edge file attack with the idea that if I can move the lance, then a bishop drop in the corner promotes it. Um, but also them dropping a bishop on the center square looks not so easy to deal with. Alternatively, maybe I take this pawn, then take the third file pawn, drop back here, and just wait for something to happen. Or I reverse that and end up with my rook close to my king, which looks scary. Alright, we're going to trust my intuition here. This is what I wanted to play earlier on. We're playing it now. I'm going to fault myself later if I don't trust my intuition. So here we go. So we have 4 pawns in hand. And now I want to try an edge file tactic. But also I really didn't expect this silver move because this opens up a bishop drop back here. I should have spent more time thinking about this bishop drop, but I think rook there and I just lose a bishop. So now I thought about it, and yeah, that's bad. And yeah, I mean, I could do rook takes pawn in response, but then they take my bishop, and I could promote up here. It's still bad. Um, And maybe my dragon, I don't know, is not in the greatest space up here either. But being down a bishop is not so good. But yeah, I saw this position and I'm like, well, okay, yes, they have some initiative, but I can actually just build my castle and then come up with an idea. Like, there's only so much damage their bishop can do in this position. And by that I mean, like, I don't see how a bishop can ruin this castle that I've built so far. So we're about to find out. Okay, so wait, they intend to this pawn push. Do I care? I'm not sure. Maybe I should threaten to sack my rook for this bishop. So rook here, pawn push, rook takes, silver takes, I take here. I don't know. Actually, maybe I just go back to the fourth file, where I'm still hitting this. And then they threaten to break through, and I actually just bishop drop right into the center of their position. In fact, maybe I just bishop drop right now and promote. And say, I don't need a rook. What are you going to do with the rook? Not the worst plan ever. It's a bit aggressive. Especially because I have no plan for what to do with my bishop. Yeah, no, I keep forgetting that this silver is nowhere near this square. So, yeah, a more defensive posture is more appropriate. Let's see. Flag fall for... yeah, Chessbra has some fun emotes, I see. But having 4 pawns in hand means I get to dictate the pace of the game to some extent. It's like, I could do silver takes here. They could sack the bishop and end up with a silver. But I don't need to. I could do pawn takes, and it falls to them to figure out how to get... well, it's the same thing, isn't it? It all resolves to the same thing in the end. Wait, no it doesn't. Just kidding. I can shogi. I can shogi tactic. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 squares here. I think I'm going to shogi tactic with 5 pawns in hand. I'm going to show how you can separate a rook from a bishop. Hey look, the rook's attacked. How did that happen? Hey look, the rook's attacked. How did that happen? hey, look. Well, we've been there. So, guess who doesn't get to promote their rook today? At least not through this conventional method. Now, I could just take the rook and then get myself a dragon. That could be fun. I could also take the silver and win a silver that's close to their king, while also stuff is good. I have a bishop in hand. It'd be nice if I had better tactics available. But yeah, I could take the rook, they take... Well, this actually threatens to promote the bishop. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, I think I want a silver. So I'm up a general. And now I'm threatening to promote a pawn. Alright, they can also threaten to promote a pawn. I have to be extremely careful not to Nifu, because there's so many ways I can Nifu. So this king is overworked, defending both the pawn and the general. Oh, rook drop back here loses the rook. Let's not do that. Okay, I guess we're both going into this madness, because I don't see a better solution. Okay, I don't understand that either. Sharp stuff, man. I want a bishop. Bishops are cool. I want a dragon. Dragons are cool. I want a gold. Golds are cool. I want so many things.
30秒.
Okay, we'll see if they feel like winning a silver. If they win a silver, I can drop the bishop here, and fun stuff happens. This might have been gratuitous. Maybe. Maybe not. Time will tell. The plan is to get my silver up here as a silver. And we'll see how this ends up. Pardon me. I think they've actually, I let them have this really effective silver drop right here because I miscalculated. And this is going to get pretty wild now. They evidently didn't want that. Yes, they do get a horse if I allow it. I think I allow it. Wait. That's a free bishop. That's pretty nice. Let's take a free silver. Also cover the diagonal leading to our king. Let's keep this on a good square and just move this back. That is a fork. I do need to deal with the fork. This is one way to deal with the fork. And why is this effective? Because, well, next time my rook can go right there. So, yeah, if they exchange rooks, suddenly I have a rook drop threat on 2-1. I guess I could have interposed with the bishop. That could have been effective. Okay, they have trapped their rook. I will defend my gold. Incidentally, also protecting 5-7. Can't say no to a free dragon. Alright, I just have to be careful not to Nifu, or to involve, like, other crazy tactics. Like, taking the knight looks appropriate here. I'm just concerned with all my generals in this really weird formation. Is there some... No, there's not a tactic. I should just take the knight.
40秒
No, it's actually not my most active move. My most active move is to utilize my rook. And this threatens to get a one space gap dragon. Right, so they have to respond. And that's a good response. So I think maybe now I take the knight. Or maybe now I promote. So we're gonna hack this gold away that's protecting this pawn, preventing me from taking there. Once this gold moves, then I can take the pawn and this entire castle collapses. So knight drop. Actually, this knight... Oh my god. I forgot that knights can be so powerful when your opponents don't have pawns near their king. Yeah. What a snowball. Alright. Yeah, they play an aggressive move, because why not at this point? I mean, what else is there to do? So, two players here can play aggressive moves. Bishop drop, king takes, bishop takes lance. That puts my lance off sides. Like, forcing their king out into the center has to be good for me.
30秒
Oh, in fact, yeah, I can attack with tempo here. This is the way to attack. Although I want to surround the king, I could just sacrifice right next to it, and then rook takes, and like I've got a dragon right next to the king, which must be mating. But even better would be silver takes promote. Because this king can't run.
40秒 50秒 1、2、3
This king can only run so fast from this armada of pieces that's pursuing it. So they have one checking move that's of concern, and that's this knight drop.
30 30秒
Let's deal with the knight drop. Maybe I could have placed this up a rank. I'm just being super cowardly at the moment. This does not look so good for my opponent. So I'm thinking dragon here, bishop there, gold here, mate. So yeah, dragon 3-1 looks pretty hard to deal with. They'd have to block that right now. Otherwise, I can do bishop 4-2 with check. Or rather, dragon 3-1 is check unless they block on 3-2 immediately. In which case, dragon 3-1 still might be winning, but at least it doesn't check.
これより秒読みに入ります
Alright, we gotta check, guys. Everybody cower in fear. Wait, hang on. I don't want to give up my gold. I don't really want to give up my gold. Let's put my gold somewhere safe. See what they come up with now. It might just be a knight check, in which case I just take the knight. It's not a knight check. Okay, my dragon says hello.
$30秒 40秒
My bishop says hello. So I think this might force them to drop their last piece on the board, but if they do, their attack is completely dead, so like the king has to move here. But also the king is mated if it moves. Hooray. Good game. That was exciting. Let's see. Let's see if they wish to do a post-game analysis. Board standard piece size. Increase the board zoom by 1. Thank you very much. Yes, this game was interesting. Emote only off. Alright. We did it, guys. It looks like my opening is playable. Or it's got some refutation that 2 opponents in a row have failed to find. But maybe it's just playable. Here, move 21. Something better should have been possible. I agree. I was surprised by pawn 5-4. Because, like, he's pushing a lot of pawns at that point. Perhaps, silver 7-3 or something. I'm not sure. Yeah. Thanks. Please keep me informed as to your findings. I am trying to follow opening lessons from Eriko Yamaguchi on YouTube. So, yeah, I am super curious. This position in particular has had me confused for a while. So, yeah, I'm curious what my opponent does discover in this position. What does pawn 1-6 prevent in the opening? It prevents me from getting mated 100 moves later. That's what pawn 1-6 prevents. It gives my king an escape route that I might need later. Ah, a Japanese cosplayer recommends Shogi Wars. Ah. I can look at this later. This might be Kagawa. This might be model Kagawa. I don't know. Cosplayer might not be the correct term. Yes, it's exactly like Luft. Except in chess, you can defer that. In shogi, if you wait, your opponent might just play 1-5, like pawn 1-5, and then say, well, you don't get Luft. That is the name of a shogi player and model. Yeah, in shogi, like, because pieces continually enter the board, Luft is kind of important. Here we saw an example of a game where the king did have Luft, but eventually ran out. Like, just against overwhelming force. Welcome, Buta. Tell us everything we did wrong, please. Somehow, uh, somehow we attracted the attention of a 1700 rated player, and probably with good cause. Welcome, Buta. Yes, tell us everything we messed up. We are noobs. We are playing in the Uber Noober tournament, more formally known as the SuperNova. Uh, let's see. A lot of king defense is running forward. I actually learned this in Kyoto Shogi first. The game where it's like on this 5x6 board, and every time a piece moves, it flips. No, it's 5x5. But yeah, pieces constantly flip over, and you get to see just how effective a running king can be. So if you don't want to let them force you to stay on your side of the board, you need to make lift. Shogi pieces are generally stronger attacking downhill. Yeah. Uh, yeah. My attack was very fast. Fourth file rook is just, I've found a new ambition with it, and that's just like take everything, win, just just keep taking stuff. Forget all this positional shogi stuff. But I think that might not work against a sufficiently prepared opponent. Um, well, I guess we'll. Yeah, no, I think my opponent identified the key position here. Like after pawn 5-4. Um, so I was thinking this might be appropriate, but regardless, shogi is complicated. Like, Yuri's played Boat Castle. Buta says he will play. I'm not sure what that means. Really not sure what that means. We might see him return. Or he might just not return. But yeah, after this pawn 5-4, like the way this evolved didn't seem to offer. Oh, well, we left the host position. Whatever. Didn't seem there were that many chances. This I didn't anticipate. Okay, thanks for the game. What a nice dude. What a friendly person. Have a good night. Well, I tried. I verily attempted. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, we could step quickly through the rest. I just munched the pawns, and so I got 4 pawns up, and then they gave me a 5th pawn for free. I think this was a good tactic, but I'm honestly not sure. Actually, this is nice because my rook is offsides, and I need a way to get my rook back into the game. So this was actually quite good. Hey, it's Up and Comer. Long time no see. Hey. Oh, right. Let's give this over. Cause wait, let's attempt to give the hat over. Why does the hat button not work? I don't know. Yeah, let me know where you want me to go. I'll go anywhere. Wait, maybe I click on his name and then click the hat button. Allow subhost, hand over host. There we go. That's better. Alright, oh. This is more complex. This did idly occur to me during the game and I forgot about it afterward. Interesting. Yeah. No, this is the interesting test. Like, so there's the two variations. One is the obvious thing here, which is probably best. Uh, yeah. Right. This looks fun. This looks way more fun than... Yeah. Yeah, seems like my kind of game. Because I'm known for playing ridiculous stuff. Okay, I'm going to attempt another zoom in. Nice. Oh, I broke it. Alright, we'll be right back. Let's get back into this world here. Sorry about that. The zoom button doesn't work in MS Edge. Like, Hidechi, please fix this. I know it's Edge's fault, but Hidechi, if you can, please fix this. Because I get tired of my interface crashing every single time. Alright, I'm going to, instead of zooming in, zooming out also breaks things, so I'm just going to do this for the sake of our viewers. Yeah, right. No, this is good. But, yeah, this... No, I really liked your bishop fork idea. Like, I saw that after I moved, and was concerned about it. And I had subsequently suppressed this memory of such a painful looking move. But no, like you say, I get my counter fork with bishop 5-5, which I was starting to look at during the game. And yeah, I can trade the bishop and promote my rook, and it gets really wild. So yeah, maybe taking 5-4 here is gratuitous. Like, if this bishop fork is completely wild, and yeah, this is my sort of game, but I guess I have an alternative, which is to take 7-4 first. And then maybe take 5-4 later. Actually, no, maybe this is best. Maybe so. Because, yeah, attacking this rook is going to come with tempo. So, like, this rook's got to go somewhere. Oh, fun. Nice. Right. Okay. Yeah, yes. Well, this king is overworked defending this pawn, but I can't win the pawn right now. That's a shame. Yeah, it looks like this might not be so perfect. When the opponent hung the bishop on 9-3, that was painful for them. More painful for them than it was for me. Um, but yeah, this attack over here, this does not look so pleasant for me, does it? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm just dropping my silver. Whatever. This has me wondering, like, maybe allowing this bishop fork so early might be perilous. And if I'm going to invite peril, perhaps a safer way to do it might be this. And yeah, I can drop back. I should drop back. Yes, yeah. Oh, you're right, that's pinned. I was looking at this silver move and I'm like, gosh, I'm so nervous. But, no, they're actually pinned. What I did just miss, though, is this, which looks a bit unpleasant. So, it looks... no. That's not right. I guess this... I don't know. This looks unpleasant. Do I have anything here? I have no idea. Oh! Oh, that is a reversal. That is nice. Okay, so yeah, that busts my idea. So this is probably a far, far safer way to go. Yeah, I didn't know that taking that 5-4 pawn could be so poisoned. Yeah, different game. So if they do silver 7-3, that's difficult for them. This is a difficult position anyway, but silver 7-3 pins their silver, and they just are run out of options. This too? Okay. This is cautious. This is playable. Maybe I shouldn't look at all the fireworks if I'm afraid of fire. I mean, yeah, this is certainly an option. I don't understand it. It seems very difficult for me to attack after I've done this. But maybe this is just a defensive opening after all. I mean, yes, the pawn is attacked. Sure. I guess my bishop might be able to take stuff and do stuff in this game. I don't know. I have to see more high-level games to understand, like... Yeah, I guess this is my target, still. I can play patiently and somehow undermine this, get it to move, or otherwise removed from the board. Yeah. So gold 5-2, move these center pawns, transform my castle a few times. I don't know, but like, yeah, have some central aggression instead of just relying on a quick attack. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look at more high-level games to see how that plays out in practice, but uh, definitely an option. Yeah, what I ended up doing is like super unsound. Well, I think the claim is that the rook's attacking the pawn. Like, I'm constantly applying pressure, and that pressure has to be dealt with. But yeah, it was a fun game. Cool. Oh, okay, yeah, there is this. Did I have a plan here? Why did I think I had a plan here? Um, Hang on, so I'm trying to not drop stuff at the same time, but if I want my gold over here, maybe now's a good time to move it out. I'm trying not to drop anything, like, but I think this is safe enough, and this is a reasonable square for the gold. It's not Mino, but with 4 pawns in hand, maybe I can excuse myself for not playing Mino. No, this gold will become a bit of a target at some point in the game. Um, Maybe even here. Maybe. Huh. Well. I see. Um. Just how bad is this? So I've played a very, very wide defense here that um, it's going to be very difficult for me to hold in the long run. And my rook's on a strange square, my bishop's not even in play. But I am looking at a bishop drop that promotes, but I think he can deal with that, and then I have problems. But maybe he can't deal with it. Um, yeah, this is just super speedy and risky stuff that I'm doing. I wonder if I missed a tactic somewhere. No. Like, because yeah, after this capture, I didn't have to continue dropping pawns in that way. I mean, this led to a good outcome, but maybe I had a better outcome. But I should probably still be happy with this, because, like, the way I got here was super unsound. Yeah, I think at this point my attack. Yeah, that was intended here. My attack is overwhelmingly strong. Um, so it, like, yes, taking on 6-3 is good. Um, Actually, yeah, that's just better than my attack. That's very much better than my attack. This, I don't know why I wimped out of this. Somehow I felt like I was losing control here. But control of what? I mean, yes, they could. No. They can't even trap my rook with, like, the bishop moves, so. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was so afraid of. I'm just being a control freak. That's all. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, that's the way to go. Um, yeah. Alright. That would have simplified things greatly. So, I guess I just overestimate King's safety in general. And figure that, like, my attack's gonna take forever, so let's play it the slowest way possible. And let's not sacrifice anything if we don't have to. It kind of reminds me of this bot on Leech Us by the name of Turtle Bot that just, like, builds up a shell and tries to defend against whatever attack you throw at it. Like here, I'm playing a similarly cowardly strategy. But yeah, no, your attack is clearly much faster. Sup? How's it going, newbie? We're playing in the Uber Noober tournament, more formally known as the SuperNova. Um, get it? Because Nova means new, and it's like everybody who's below 1 Dan gets to play in this thing. Yeah, so we's playing a good. And I just played a 1Q, and I got the fastest attack ever, and it was fun. So, um, yeah, Up and Comer was just showing me that this attacking idea that I had but didn't play during the game, because I wasn't sure how this would pan out, this is actually extremely strong. So, yeah, the idea is I just take here and take there, and like this entire castle collapses, even while I'm giving up a silver or something. Like, no big deal, because this is all completely gonzo. Like, even if they do this, um, even if they do this, I can find a way to attack. For one thing, I could take the silver. Um, but for another thing, I need practice. So, how do I do this? Oh, I guess also, like, in the future they have that. So yeah, how do I break this damn thing down? What's the most effective solution? I don't know. Somehow I imagined that, like, this comes crashing down instantly, but um, I need practice here. This is a good exercise for a newbie. Well, okay, yeah, so we can do similar to the game here. So now just bishop drop. Because they've spent some time trying to reinforce this castle. It's going to take a little more reinforcement for my attack for it to work. Um, Man, it just is amazing to me how strong, like, a first rank pawn drop can be. Yeah, like, everything I do here is going to be fine. I just want something that's, like, amazing. I want the best move ever. So, but yeah, this looks pretty strong. If they ignore it, it becomes much stronger. If they take this silver, um, surely this must be winning. Now this, they have a silver drop. Yeah, taking the silver or the gold makes sense. So let's take the silver. They take a silver. We get a fork. This looks reasonable. Oh, then take the knight. Well, yeah. Because, yeah, here... Yeah, it's not so obvious. So, just straight up taking the knight. That makes sense. That gives me the firepower I need. Oh, wow. So yeah, here's an idea. Controlling these squares. Even absent obvious targets on those squares. Like, yes, that makes sense. So to deal with that, they might play this. Like, this would be so much more convincing if they couldn't put a piece there. But, yeah, now we just have a knight. Knights are fun. Also, we could probably find a way to snare the bishop or win a gold or something. Like, if I could place a knight to hit this gold, that would be the obvious thing to do. Let's see. Also, I could run my promoted silver to 5-4. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Or just grab the lance. So, yeah, I want to eject this bishop from this diagonal before it promotes. Wait, no, this knight's trapped. I was thinking, wait, if I just drop my silver here, the bishop moves, I move my gold, or this promoted silver, like I trap a bishop. But that overlooks the first move, which is knight takes silver. I smell a bishop trap. Like, this bishop's got to be trapped. Because I control this. I control this. This. Oh, and I have that under control. What I don't control is 3-5 here. Possibly going out of my way to win this bishop might not be worth it. Yeah, knights are powerful. So if I'm not guaranteed to win this bishop immediately, it's not worth pursuing it that hard. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, your point about taking the lance is actually quite reasonable. So, yeah, this to ensure their bishop doesn't stay, doesn't hit me with bishop 5-5. Like, they might do this or something, I don't know. Even if they do this, taking the lance is nice, because this lance could be used to support an attack. But probably if they move the bishop up and threat to promote, I should try to do something. Like, this is almost sure to fall to some kind of fork somehow, but oh wait, maybe we just complete the castle, but then silver drop. It's probably still fine. Yeah, let's complete our castle. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. I was puzzled why when I clicked the silver, the square down here seemed to highlight itself. It's not that the square suddenly highlighted, it's that this is the last move highlight square. And then when I click the silver, my last move highlight square goes away. Whereas this last move highlight is still there. Wow, shogi is... Alright, so yeah. And then we just go grab the lance and continue attacking. Oh, very good point. I forgot about that. So yeah, if they take my pawn, then I have pawn 5-3. Maybe not right now, but like that's a useful move to get. That is so nice to play in so many positions. I've used it effectively. Maybe not immediately here, but it's excellent to have that move in hand. So this horse can't attack the gold. So with that in mind, let's play this. The horse goes really anywhere. And then pawn 5-3. And so we just lined up this amazing attack. So yeah, that makes sense. Now I'm with you. Yeah, even right now this looks amazing. Yes. So forget the horse, because I've got a lance. And for the uninitiated, so how do I explain why this is so powerful? So if they do a nothing move, I take, I promote, sure, whatever. And if they do like this gold takes, which they're not going to do, I just repeat the tactic over and over and over, cycling all my pawns off the board. So they don't do something like that. Instead, maybe they offer their pawn or something, but now like this back rank is open. It's all open season, so yeah. And then, I don't know, something like this. And it becomes difficult for them to defend this. So, that's the point. If they do take like this, I have to have a mate. Like, this is too strong. So for the uninitiated, this is the sort of stuff I look at. These might not be exactly right, but still. Yeah, this lance drop, pawn drop is very severe against their castle. Yeah, the subsequent pawn drops are the real, like, salt in the wound. So this all goes back to much earlier point by Up-and-Comer, which was, I mean, I think this might render moot much of what we just looked at, because this is actually a very strong move, and it's complicated, and maybe best countered by that. I don't know. And, like, if they move this, then maybe we sacrifice the rook. I don't know. Like, shogi's complicated. Maybe we sacrifice it this way, like that. Say, hey, this is fun, right? You get a rook, I get a rook. We play some shogi. Um, this is not what I was aiming for. So yeah, what I played in the game is probably extremely unsound. And yeah, we were looking at stronger players might play this. Next time I'll probably opt for this instead. Um, and only after they've given away a little more material then we consider this again. And just go back down into this rabbit hole. Wait, I'm not winning this rook anymore. But still, like, it's complicated. Shogi's hard. Yeah, this bishop drop is so brutal. We both missed it. But hey, I mean, maybe this is fine. Now we got a bishop. It's probably not fine. So I'm threatening bishop drop over here. They can't stop me from escaping by way of a pawn drop on 5-3 because they don't have a pawn. They don't have... Well, they do have a rook drop. And the rook does escape after the rook drop. So this could be bad. So yeah, I can't take that pawn. Instead, I have to retreat. And this is pinned. So like this cannot go up to attack me diagonally. They might have a bishop drop somewhere that maybe makes this complicated. This is what happens when I play with fire. Sometimes I get burned. But I think I escape. But it's also complicated. Yeah, I think here I'm fine. Oh, you think I was fine after that sacrifice. So... shoot, how did I get there again? It was this, and then this, and I suggested this, but I thought this was unsound. It's not horrible. Oh, hang on. Hang on. We're back in the game, guys. We're only down a silver. Or something like that. Wait, what happened? I have both bishops. Okay, so this rook drop is no good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is playable. It might not even be any worse. You're thinking it's worse. I'm thinking... Well, I'm sorry, you're thinking it's not horrible. I agree. Don't know why I had to bring up, like, which side is better. But yeah, it's not horrible. I kind of like it. I'll have to study and play this a bit more until the point where I start hating it and find something better. So this is one possible way to play the game. Yeah, we're making new theory. Yeah, your move withdrawing the rook is probably the safest thing, the smartest thing to do, but I'm a beginner, so I go this way. And we get complicated stuff. And we try to enjoy, well, here I actually escape. I think this is fine, but also this supports their point of wanting to promote their rook. And I wonder, do I have the same tactic that appeared in the game here? Do I have any form of this, I wonder? This I missed during the game. Like this sort of thing. Maybe not directly there, maybe over here. Yeah, possibly the game had something like this too. So they might sack here. Wait, but then their rook is hanging. So they're not going to do that. So instead they protect this rook. My head is exploding because there's like candidate moves. There's candidate moves. I can't calculate anymore. Like, even this might be an option. Oh, dropping 6-1. Yeah, 6-1 drop avoids the bishop tempo. Yeah, very good point. Extremely good point. Because if this, then I just win a bishop. Well, it's not so simple there. This actually gives them the bishop tempo. But then I take here, and then I take this bishop, and I've won a gold. Now, there might be other tactics to follow that up, where winning the gold might not actually be winning. But yeah, I could attempt to win the bishop. Alternatively, I could just take this bishop here and... Oh, wait. Maybe this is okay. I was always afraid of this rook promoting. That's because dragons are scary. I should have some fear. Some degree of fear is merited. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, I distracted myself. Yes, I can do this. So the threat is to win the bishop or to win the rook. And then this, the threat is to win the bishop or to win the rook. I guess here they can threaten to win my rook. And so their bishop escapes. But then I get a dragon, or I get a horse, or I get, like, any... Let's just say I, like, get anything I want. Like, I could even have a unicorn if I wanted it. There might not be any unicorns in shogi, but, like, this is me saying I get a unicorn. Being quite insistent. Yeah, I get something. And they might fight back, and I'd say, no, I want a unicorn. Give me a unicorn. And they're like, okay, yeah. Okay, you get a unicorn, fine, whatever. So, actually, yeah, that triple pawn drop is super useful here. Which means that they can't immediately break through on this file. But without the breakthrough, I mean, what are they even doing this game? This, I guess, threatens to support that later. Yeah, shogi's complicated. A lot of good stuff to explore. We'll see this in a future game, no doubt. Yeah, they don't have to rush this so much, especially if they're taking time to push this, and this, and this, and this. They don't have to rush this immediately. Yeah, there is the shogi proverb that push all the odd file pawns, but you have to balance that with actually build a castle should be a proverb. I should make my own list of shogi proverbs for noobs. Don't forget to build your castle. Look out for captures and checks, etc. Like, stuff that 9Q players might not look at. Yeah, he did actually build a boat castle. Now, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. So, like, this here identifies the boat castle. But isn't there supposed to be, like, a bishop there? Isn't the bishop part of the castle? Or is that debatable? Ah, develop toward the center. This is a good point. This is a lesson for me. Because I just develop where it's fun to do so. But ever since discovering fourth file rook, suddenly I've become, like, good at activating my pieces. The bishop's an attacking piece. So, okay, it's not part of the castle. So, like, even if it's not on this here diagonal, even if there's no bishop here, this is still, like, a valid boat castle. Okay. I need to learn more about the boat castle. To me, this looks like Mino, but slightly weaker from the side. Slightly faster, because you don't have to move the silver up. And, to me, it looks like this is extremely weak on its head, because the silver's not protecting stuff. It's just hanging out on its home square. Okay, during the game, you could still consider this to be a valid boat castle. Why don't they teach beginners, like, they teach beginners Mino Castle? I guess beginners frequently drop their castle on either the 2-3 or 4-3 point. Like, these just hang and the rest of it falls apart. So I guess this is why beginners are encouraged to learn Mino. Even though, like, boat seems, for most purposes, boat seems quite strong for a beginner. It's not really a good castle, very fragile. So, let me see if I can identify weaknesses of boat castle. 1, 2. I think these are the 2 weaknesses of boat castle. Everything else, I mean, there's no way I'm going to get this square, but theoretically, that could be a weakness. I mean, also theoretically, this could be weak. So, yeah. Well, also in the game, like, my opponent missed, like, surely there was a pawn 5-1 drop at some point that my opponent just completely didn't see. What would have been a good time for a pawn 5-1? Maybe there wasn't a good timing. Wait, so I dropped a rook. Here they pursued some sort of attack, which looks reasonable, because if they don't do that now, it's never going to happen. But this might be solid. Sometime around here, somewhen. Actually, even, well, I don't know. Like, I keep attacking stuff. So it makes sense that they try to build an attack before I trap their bishop. Yeah, I think this was their opportunity. But point taken that we just showed in the game, like, why this castle's so weak if you forget to do that. But also, up-and-comer suggested, like, I should just attack here. And not really let up on the attack. And now if they take, then I win a silver, and I can continue attacking. So, like, yeah, you can later solidify this with a pawn drop, but it's still a fragile castle. Yeah. They are forced to spend time defending it. Time that they would prefer to spend attacking, but they don't have that time. So, okay, that makes sense. This is why this, in fact, now that I mean, where did the silver go? I mean, look, that's not a silver. Where did this silver go? And why? Oh, that's why the silver was removed. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, no, that was accidentally a very good sacrifice. I mean, yes, that was intentional to like trade the rooks and win the silver. I didn't realize like the silver is the cornerstone of this castle, and it just evaporated. Oops. Uh, yeah, no, that explains a lot. Winning pieces, in my experience, is usually not so good. But winning the one piece that holds your opponent's entire castle together, that's actually pretty good. Um, Admittedly, I have two pawns I can't put on the side of the board due to Nifu, but yeah, I didn't realize just how useful that silver was when I slowed down my attack to take it. Okay, that was really cool. That was amazing. Yeah. Well, how was I supposed to know? Like, yes, I know Mino is more rigid than Boat. I had no idea that this silver was the only thing holding the castle together. Um, like, I guess maybe the knight also helps hold this together, and keeping the knight in place might save them for slightly longer. Um, but yeah, like moving up the knight and losing the silver just results in an immediate loss because like you don't have a castle. Like these two generals, they try so hard, but there's only so much they can do by themselves. Um, but I didn't realize just how in. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. That's amazing. Um, like if you were to give Gota a couple more pieces in hand, I would take Gota every time here, and I would be extremely mistaken to do so. Um, but yeah, this is the sort of thing that will fool beginners for a very long time. Now, admittedly, if they have a silver, just put it down on 3-2 and try to rebuild the castle. Um, but like if this rebuilding weren't an option, and if you were to give them other pieces in hand or something, like I'd be very tempted to take the Gota side of this position. Um, just because I like having a dragon. Like this dragon is going to happen sometime, or this dragon, or like they've clearly broken through on the left side of the board at the expense of not having a castle. And it's just difficult for a beginner to appreciate like what the difference in the castle is here because um, my opponent can at any time like put this pin on the board, and if they ever got a knight hand, this would be a threat. So to a beginner, this looks like scary for Senta, even though like plainly this castle's just gone. So yeah, even if this doesn't blow them off the board immediately, um, like it did in the game, it's not so obvious how to offer resistance. But even if they can find a way to resist, like this favors Sentai by quite a bit.